Okay, guys, so you're going to be starting by creating a zombie project for your final. What we're going to do is you're going to get two separate parts to this. For part one, you're going to create the zombie himself or herself. For the second part, the second day, you'll actually be creating the location and then putting the zombie in the location. So I'm just going to walk through this really quickly and kind of show you what you need to do for each of the days. Then you can let me know if you have any questions, shoot me an email if you have any questions, and we can answer them from there. Now, the biggest help that I can possibly give you on this is make sure you're reading every step. If you skip a step, you will end up having to go back and like start over almost to actually get back to where you need to be. So read and follow each step carefully. So for part one, for the first day, you're going to be creating the zombie itself. So what you need to do is you should already have your abandoned location. That was the image you needed to find. But you need to go to the download from the OneDrive, your teacher of choice, the skull, the fire. I did put two lightnings in there. You can use either of them or both of them if you choose, and the brushes. Please watch the how to download your grunge brushes video. It's really quick and it just kind of walks you through to help you with that. Okay, so before you start, make sure you watch these videos. Requirements: you must have an abandoned place, which you had to find. You must have fire, which I give you. You must have lightning, that I also give you. If you do want a different fire or lightning, feel free to download your own images and use them as well. These are just both on black, so it's easier when you're using those blend modes. And then you're going to turn a portrait into a zombie. So you're going to use the crack brushes that I give you. You're going to use mask. You're going to make sure your face and skull line up, and you want to use blending modes. Then you're going to turn the project in multiple ways. So everybody is going to have their own file in that finals file in OneDrive. So you're just going to go in and you're going to put each of these files in when I tell you to. So at the end of the first day, you're going to turn in the teacher as a PSD file. Please pay attention to that. I want to see your layers. I want to make sure that if anything's wrong, you can go back and fix it before you get any further into this, okay? So you're turning in the PSD. At the end of day 2, you're going to turn in a PSD with your location. Then you're going to combine them and turn in your actual zombie project with both images in it, okay? So whenever you do it that way, that last image will be the JPEG. The first two should be Photoshop files. There is a copy of this rubric, so you can kind of look through it and see how to grade yourself. You will need to kind of know this so that you can understand how I'm grading and what I'm looking for, so pay attention. Okay, so part one is zombifying your teacher. So what you're going to do is you're going to open the image of your assigned teacher. This time I'm not assigning them. I'm going to let you choose which teacher you want to do. Size and image. So you got to go to image size, and change the resolution to 150. You do not need to change the height and the width. You're going to then save the file as last name teacher. That's going to make it easier in the end. So go to File, Save As, and last name teacher. And this is going to be your working file for today. Next class, you'll actually add it to your location file. You're then going to go through, you're going to make some adjustments to it. Just make sure you read every step. You're going to add the skull. So you're going to open up the skull file that I gave you, select only the skull, copy and paste it into your teacher document. You're going to add a layer mask to it. Remember, down on the bottom of the layers panel, it's the little rectangle with the circle in it. You're going to add that mask. You're going to paint on it with black to get soft edges around it, or use white to put it back. You're then going to duplicate that layer of the teacher and drag it to the top, and it's going to look like you didn't do anything to it. But then when we add this mask to it, we're going to add another mask to that layer, and then you can erase just the parts you want to erase. You should make sure that skull is lined up, because if your eyes are not lined up or the mouth is not lined up, that is going to lose you points. Then those special brushes that we uploaded, you're now going to use those special brushes. You're going to pick a red tone, and you're going to use those brushes on the mask, or on the zombie, not on the mask, sorry, on the zombie, so you can create like broken flesh. Make sure not to go too crazy over the top with this. Make it look good. Okay, begin painting. Don't overdo it. Change up the brush to other cracked brushes. You can also rotate the brushes. If you go into that brushes settings panel, you can rotate those brushes. Make sure you don't get any on the teeth or on the eyeballs or over on the hair or somewhere weird where it shouldn't be. Okay, then you're going to add an adjustment layer. Remember, that's the half black, half white circle at the bottom of the layers panel. And you're going to play with the brightness and contrast just to make him a little more creepy. Okay, when you're done with all that, you're going to do File, Save As, and you're going to save it as a PSD and a JPEG. You're only going to turn in the PSD to me. You want that JPEG though, because whenever you move it over, it's going to be easier just to select that background and inverse it and only move that zombie head over, okay? You're going to keep it for the next class. Again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, watch this video again if you have any questions and just work your way through it. You guys have got this.